Welcome to June 1st to June 5th, Day 1 of ESOL instruction for newcomers grades 6 through 8. It's your teacher, Mr. Ebeling. This presentation is based on the grades 6 through 8 newcomer ESOL June 1st through June 5 Day 1 paper packet. These paper packets can be picked up at meal distribution centers throughout Baltimore. The center closest to Highlandtown Elementary Middle School is John Rura Elementary School. The school address is 701 Rapola Street, Baltimore, Maryland 21224. This week's theme is courage. The materials you will need for this week are a bilingual dictionary, a pencil, and a calculator. At the end of this week, you will be able to understand that a letter is an expression that can represent a number. Discover the commutative properties of addition and multiplication, the additive identity property of 0, and the multiplicative identity property of 1. Use adjectives to write about a courageous character in Swiss Family Robinson. Write to describe Malala Yousafzai. Respond to questions using vocabulary words from the lesson and details from the text. There are many important words to learn for this week. Those words are identity, communicative, property, additive, multiplicative, courageous, afraid, bring, pull, take, giant, give up, rest, old, new, Taliban, basic rights, brave, refugee, Nobel Peace Prize, education, hope, civil rights activist, federal marshal, dangerous, hateful, integrate, protect, mob, boycott, suffer, fire, and threaten. On this page, there is a graphic organizer with images to get us thinking about what we will learn this week. This week's theme is courage. Look at the diagram. What do you see? What do you want to learn? Write or draw in the chart. When I look at this picture, I notice rectangular boxes of different shapes, marked with numbers and letters. I wonder what this picture is meant to represent. Read each new word below, read the sentence, and look at the picture to understand its meaning. Look up the word in a bilingual dictionary to write it in your language. Those words are identity, communicative, property, additive, multiplicative. Look at these expressions. Which expressions are true? All of the expressions are true. Let's replace 4 with 7 in each expression. Are the expressions still true? Yes, all of them. Choose a different number. Are the expressions still true? If the number was not 0, we can replace 4 with any non-zero number and each expression will be true. Let's let the letter G represent any number except 0. Today, you will learn 4 properties of math. Properties are rules that can be applied. Property 1, additive identity property of 0. Replace G 3 different numbers. Each expression will be true. Property 2, multiplicative identity property of 1. Replace G 3 different numbers. Each expression will be true. Property 3, communicative property of addition. Replace A 3 different numbers. Each expression will be true. Property 4, communicative property of multiplication. Replace A 3 different numbers. Each expression will be true. Mathematicians will write the communicative properties with letters A and B. These models show the communicative properties, the communicative property of addition and the communicative property of multiplication. Match the property to the description, then write the property below. 1. Why is there no communicative property of subtraction? Hint: substitute numbers for A minus B equals B minus A. Are the expressions true? Why is there no communicative property of division? Hint: substitute numbers for A divided by B equals B divided by A. Are the expressions true? Today's objective was to understand that a letter is an expression. Today's objective was to understand that a letter in an expression can represent a number. we discovered the commutative properties of addition and multiplication, the additive property of 0, and the multiplicative identity property of 1. Write your answers to the questions below. What is one thing you learned from this lesson? What is one thing you are still curious about? Final steps for Mr. Ebeling. 1. If you are in my Google Classroom, you can either send me a picture of your completed work there or edit the PDF that is in Google Classroom. 2. If you are unable to join Google Classroom, take a picture of your completed packet and text it to me. If you do not have a packet, write your answers on your paper and then text it to me. My Google Classroom code for Google is XUZFSOB. My number to text me is 410-645-0593, but please do not text after 8 p.m. My email is taebeling@bcps.k12.md.us. This is the end of this presentation. Please complete as much as the packet as you can if you have one. More presentations will be posted as they are created. Remember to be safe, stay 6 feet away from people when you are away from your home, and wash hands as often as you can. Goodbye for now, Mr. Ebeling.